We're at Broadway at the beach in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're going to give you a full walk around tour as well as construction updates on everything new that is coming to Broadway at the beach, including the Hideout and the Key West shops. Hi, I'm Carmen. We hope you enjoy this tour, and if you do, we hope you'll give it a thumbs up. We appreciate that. Here's the Simpsons 4D Theater and the Quickie Mart. And by the way, you do not have to go to the theater to go in the Quickie Mart. It's a gift shop, and it is really cute theming. So if you're a Simpsons fan, definitely recommend it. Oh, this is interesting. So it looks like they're probably going to have a new show, Broadway Theater. Haven't heard any announcements about that. That's interesting. So we'll see what comes there. Last year they had a Cirque show, so that definitely looks like new signage. So that's pretty interesting. So right over here is where they're going to have the new Key West shops, as well as the Hideout, which is a big entertainment complex, sort of like a bar restaurant, and I think they have music entertainment as well. I know that's a chain, so if you have been to a Hangout and you have more information, definitely leave that in the comments. And we'll go around the corner and see the construction because they have made a lot of progress just since our recent video that we did at Broadway at the beach. There's that view of the lake, and there's that last little vestige of the Dragon's Lair Golf. Leave us a comment if you miss Dragon's Lair Golf. We definitely do. We miss the dragon coming up and talking. Just sort of to me an iconic part of Broadway at the beach. But let's look over here. I mean, they have been doing a lot just since the last time we were here. So we're assuming this building right here is going to be the Hangout because it is, I think, going to be the central focal point of this new area. But they are obviously doing a lot. They've demolished more of the Dragon's Lair Golf, and I assume these are going to go as well. So when we're going to go around over here and we'll be able to see even more because they're also working on the Key West shops, which I think are on the other side of this. Ah, that view. Beautiful. I mean, this is one of the things we really love about Broadway at the beach is that view. We come here a lot and just walk around. I mean, not to actually shop or anything. It's just a beautiful place to walk around. Lots of fun. Oh, interesting. So there used to be a walkway right here, and that is no more. So there's a new update right there because there used to be one that went straight out here, and it is gone. So we'll go down here to the aquarium and hang a right so that we can go around there and get a good view of the Key West shops. And we'll end up around to this is actually the back of the aquarium. We'll go to the front and take a look in a bit, but we definitely recommend Ripley's Aquarium. It is a lot of fun. It's not cheap, but it's, in my opinion, it's worth the money. It's a lot of fun for the whole family. They do have a penguin habitat that was new in 2020, I believe. And it's a lot of fun. It's really cute. Tons of aquariums, touch tanks, all kinds of stuff in there. And we do have videos on that. I will try to link to one of those in the description below so you can check that out. So here's the new decking. So they tore down the decking over there where I just showed you, and now they have put in brand new decking over here. And now we're getting another view. So that's pretty interesting. This Hangout's gonna face right out over the water. That's pretty cool. And so over here, Ripley's does have some outdoor seating, and they've used that for various purposes. For special events, one year they had a beer garden, but then the next year they didn't. So we don't know what they'll be doing with it this season. I can't get over how much progress they have made on this just since our last video. It wasn't filmed that long ago compared to this one, and wow, they have really gone to town. If you are not familiar with Broadway at the beach, this used to be what was called Pavilion East, which was some rides. It's mostly kid-friendly rides, although they did have a couple of more on the thrill ride side of things. And there also used to be right over in here kind of an arcade, bumper cars. So that will be what I assume is part of the Key West shop. So they have done a lot of work on that. Brian was pointing out they had a ship right here that had caught right over here where this dock is. It had caught on fire. I've heard it was from a cigarette butt, and it did a lot of damage. We had a video on that as well, and they have torn all of that out now. because even before the fire, it already had, part of it was roped off because it was structurally unsound. So they've fixed all of that. Looks really nice. Also, the ship part was kind of deteriorated. It was kind of rusted and didn't look nice. So they really fixed that. This is nice. This is a nice big area. There's the dinosaurs attraction. Looks like a lot of people going in there. And that Hampton Inn straight across, as you can see, some of the rooms have views of the lake. It's really close to Margaritaville, which is handy, and it's literally on Broadway property. We have stayed there and we have a video on that. I'll link it in the description below. We definitely recommend it. It's actually, I would say it's one of our favorite hotels here because we love being on Broadway property. It's really fun to be able to go out and enjoy the night entertainment and then just stroll back to your room. So obviously this is one side of Margaritaville. There's the front side that we'll go to in just a minute, and that's also a very, very popular place here. The inside theming of it is very cool. They have like a giant tornado in there and special effects. It's really neat. Also, they have a bar that's on the other side. I'll show you that when we get to it. What is your favorite restaurant at Broadway at the beach? Let us know in the comments below. I think for us, might be Joe's Crab Shack. I also like Hard Rock a lot though. I like the burgers at Hard Rock, and if you're not familiar, Brian's a pescatarian, so he does not eat meat except for seafood, and so Hard Rock doesn't have as much for him. I'm not saying they don't have anything for people that are pesca or vegetarians, but they don't have as much. So here's the front side of Margaritaville. And I'm gonna go over here in the shade so you can see these signs for the stores better. The Southern Grill is fairly new. I think it's only a couple of years old. Coastal Winery. Beef Jerky of Myrtle Beach. And Coastal Sunglasses. So over here is the Sandbar with a great big lighthouse. So this is also part of Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. And this bar is really nice. It's not open right now, obviously. I think it's about to open. We're right at noon, so it should be opening soon. But they have outdoor seating, as you can see. There's the bar right there. And they have this great seating over here too, though, where you can come out and enjoy the views of Broadway. And so now that I'm in here, you can see just how close this Hampton Inn is. Like I said, great location to stay. And then you got this awesome view. And there we are looking back towards the construction. We have backtracked, so we haven't missed anything. We just cut out the duplicate part, and we are back around to the front of Ripley's Aquarium. There's the line to buy tickets, and then the front door is right behind this sign to head in. Cute little penguin topiaries, love them, and they decorate these guys at certain times of the year. It's really cute. Here's a silver shack. And here's the Palmetto Paradise. And there's that gorgeous view. Oh, look, the Beast is going over there. Brian likes that ride across the way there. We got quite a few shops on this end. And the Smoky Mountain Handmade Knives is fairly new. That opened a year or two ago. That used to be the Yankee Candle Company. If you're looking for a Yankee Candle Company, there is still one here at Coastal Grand Mall, and we have a video on that mall. I will link that in the description below. And here's one of our favorite stores, retroactive, the 80s and the 70s. They have another one that has like the 90s. It's on the other side. Everyone likes Ben & Jerry's. And then here is Paula Deen's Family Kitchen, which is really popular. We have not eaten there, but a lot of you have said you like it, and it's a big restaurant. It's 2 stories. And up ahead, Frappa Joe. Even though it looks like a kiosk, it's pretty much open year-round. It may be closed certain times, but we see it open even, off-season. Krabby Jack's. It's a big gift store. Have a lot of different things in there. And they do have a playground here. for your little ones. It's right ahead, and there's nice shade trees and benches for the parents. And this store right here, Jester's Jewels, is brand new. It's only been open a few months. So that is a new store. Toys-a-saurus. And there's more of the playground. Nice view of the lake from the playground. It's a beautiful day here today. A lot of people are out enjoying it. A little country popcorn. Hitting a traffic jam here. Do a little quick drive-by here. So here's the stores over here on this side. And then now we're coming up to an area where sadly 3 different restaurants have closed down and they haven't announced a replacement. We'll see if any new signage is up. The Red Rooster, I believe it's called the Red Rooster, I should say, or Roosters, just Roosters. On this side, well, I just saw someone come out of it, so maybe it's reopened. Now that would be cool if it's reopened. Yeah, they're open. All right, good news. So that's a positive. Nice. And over here is what used to be the Key West Grill. Still no news on what's going in there. And then right over here is what was Johnny Rockets. Again, no news on what's happening there, but there's a big sign on Roosters that they are open. And the door's open. We're now coming up to what is known as the Avenue. So you have a lot of restaurants and bars. You've got Charlie's Restaurant and Bar, Senior Frogs Restaurant and Bar, Hard Rock Cafe Restaurant and Bar, obviously Fat Tuesdays, and we'll go down that way in a minute. There's the American Tap House. And there are also a few entertainment options this way, and I want to tell you about something exciting that is coming back this year. We're very excited that it's coming back. So here's Wahlburgers, very popular. And Wahlburgers is kind of neat because they have what I would call quick service or almost like fast food where you can just walk in and get your food and sit down. But then they also have, sit down dining as well. So it's kind of a nice hybrid. You got the dueling piano bar, Bar Louie, which again, almost all of these are both restaurant and bar. Not all of them, like I wouldn't consider the dueling pianos, the Crocodile Rocks, I don't think that they are a restaurant, it's more just a bar. But most of these places like Bar Louie also have food. Then of course you've got Dave & Buster's at the end. We have a video on that, I'll link that below. They have bar, food, games, all kinds of fun in there. And then this is what I wanted to talk about. The signage is down, but I actually talked to Charles Bach and he said Charles Bach is coming back with his theater and magic show, and it will be opening in April, and you can already buy tickets on his website. We have a video of the show from last year. I will link that in the description below. Really great show, definitely recommend it. We are now walking out of that Avenue district back where we left off. And like I mentioned, there's Fat Tuesdays and Senior Frogs on this side. And got Wet Willie's ahead, and then also a fairly new establishment, a couple years old, is Ice Cream over here, which obviously they have ice cream, but they also have a lot of candy. So if you enjoy candy, that's definitely a place to go, and we'll also pass another larger candy store, which I'll point out as well. They are putting new, I guess you call pavers in, pavement, and also new palm trees. So they're really doing a lot to beautify the area, which is nice. Look, this is a nice pattern here. I will warn you, if you come over to this section, we've been here when it's wet, and you will get some slippiness on this. It's not as grippy for your shoes, so be careful. We found that out. We didn't fall or anything, but it is slippery when it's been raining. Kill One's ice cream, another beef jerky of Myrtle Beach, more new palm trees. Yeah, they've really done a nice job, and they also redid this section around the fountain that's in front of Ron John's surf shop. We've got this really lovely pattern. They put a lot of work into this. It looks really, really nice. More new trees. They do have escape games over here and a mirror maze over here to the right. And then a really big restaurant, like large on the inside, is this Landry's. They do have seafood, but they also have other food as well. So that's definitely an option. And they have some waterfront dining as well, which is nice. And just a little tip about these visitor information centers. They are going to try to sell you tickets. So if you really want Broadway guest services, I'll point out where that is when we go by. That is not guest services, so it's just something to keep in mind. If you stop there, they're definitely going to try to sell you some tickets. I'm not saying don't stop if you want tickets, you may get some good deals, but that's the whole purpose. So now we're at the other end, so that's the look down the lake from this side. Coming up here is WonderWorks. WonderWorks is, I would call it edutainment. It's mostly geared towards younger people. Definitely the whole family could enjoy it, but it's definitely more oriented towards kids. And we did it. It was a lot of fun. We did it with our nephews when they were younger, and we had a good time. And so it would definitely, I would say I'd recommend it if you have children. And they were yelling about the boat rides. They do have boat rides, motorboat rides that ride out into the middle of the lake. And they sort of spin around, so it's kind of like a fun speedboat ride. Coming up here is called Pavilion West. This is one section of the rides. Oh, and also this rope course is part of the WonderWorks. It's sort of connected to them. But the Ferris wheel obviously is over here, and this Ferris wheel at night has a beautiful light show. And certain times of the year they can project different things on it, so that's really cool too. But I would say Pavilion West is more of the family-friendly rides, and Pavilion Central has more thrill rides, but there's also some family-friendly rides there as well. But you see there's a kids balloon type ride, spinner, beautiful Ferris wheel. And then there's also a classic carousel and a smaller drop tower, not huge, seaside swing. And there's also the Myrtle Turtle right behind the seaside swing, which is a kid-friendly roller coaster, really low to the ground. There's old-time portraits. We get a lot of questions asking where to get those, so there's a spot you can get that. And the Kentucky Mist Distillery's been here a couple of years. It's fairly new. Service store. When you come to Myrtle Beach, what's your favorite place to come for entertainment? For us, I would say it's definitely Broadway, but there's lots of places that have a lot of fun because there's Barefoot Landing, which is technically North Myrtle Beach. And then of course there's all the stuff on the boardwalk and all kinds of entertainment, different amusement parks. We actually have an ultimate guide to Myrtle Beach, which I will link in the description below. With information on almost all the entertainment that Myrtle Beach has to offer. Grumpy Monk, we have eaten there before. We do have a review of that, I'll link in the description below. We enjoy it, and they do have waterfront dining. They have also a huge selection of craft beer, so if you're into craft beer, that's a good place to go. And they have good food though. I enjoy the burgers, Brian enjoys the seafood. There's the Vintage House. And over there's the Social Coffee Bar. That took over the Starbucks location, and They redid the inside and it's a better layout in my opinion, so I think that they did a really good job at that. So if you're looking for your coffee fix, a coffee bar, that's a good place to go. And then still nothing on, that used to be the Liberty Tavern, nothing on that yet. Huge, huge restaurant and bar, so we'll see what comes there. Here's the other retroactive that I mentioned. Oh, and also this Bird's Famous Cookies, that's fairly new. That opened last year. So here's the 90s and 2000s and today. So this is the other retroactive if you're of a younger generation and you enjoy that. And then we will stop here in the middle and pan around. So right over here is the Mole Hole, which is a large gift shop, really big. It's Sugar, which is the large candy store I mentioned. Lots and lots of candy in there. Over here we've got the Build-A-Bear Workshop and a Quiet Storm. And then right down here we've got Pavilion Central. So this is where we saw the Beast from across the water earlier. And this is also where you find guest services. So right over here on the right is proper guest services. So this is where you want to come if you need any kind of guest services help, information. And this also have the wheelchair, scooter, and stroller rentals as well. Got this really cute fountain. And so this, like I said, has more extreme rides and less of the kid-friendly rides, but like I said, they do still have some that are kid-friendly. The Beast is that great pendulum ride we saw from across the water. It swings up. It does not go all the way around, so it doesn't go all the way upside down. Brian loves that ride. Then back in the back, we've got a Himalaya style ride. It's rock and roll, and it's one of the ones that goes backwards. We've got the Gravitron style ride. Speed XXL is that one in the very back. We've got these slides, and then over on the other side, you've got the classic swings, and then also one of those type of rides that you kind of lay down and you know, like you're flat sort of on your stomach and it spins around, which is kind of cool. I didn't even notice from the other side the swings are actually disassembled, so it kind of looks like maybe they're just doing repair, but they also could be changing it up for another ride, so we'll see the next time we do a tour. Now we are back out to the middle where I showed It's Sugar. And It's Sugar, like I said, is a really large store, and there's all kinds of candy and other things. They got a lot of retro candy too, which is kind of cool, and also international candy, which is also cool, so it's a pretty neat shop. I like to go in there and look around. Southern Connection and Crocs. And Yamato Japanese Steakhouse. Unless they've changed their hours, I think they're only open for dinner, but definitely check their website to be sure. We got the Fudgery, Sweet Carolina's Market, and Sweet Carolina's has Low Country Barbecue and other specialties from the area. Got a kite store, and then Christmas at the Beach is always fun. I like these year-round Christmas shops. We can't get too much Christmas. When do you take your Christmas decorations down? We leave ours up a long time after Christmas. We just enjoy it when, you know, it's kind of winter and it's dreary. It's just nice having the lights. So we're curious. Let us know when you take yours down. Are you one of those that the day after you have to take it down, or do you leave it up for a while? Pick a pearl's fun. That's one of those where you can pick an oyster and see if it has a pearl. And here's Tiki Jim's gift shop. That's huge. Really big gift shop. And there's Hollywood Heroes and Villains right behind this kiosk, just so you don't miss that. Over there. Big Rock Room shoes. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.